Alright, it's been a while since the last video. Actually, it's been a good number of months. I think the last one I posted in May. It's now near the end of July, and I've been just been playing the hell out of this guitar. I love it. But you can also see it's had a little wear and tear. I've obviously broken a string, so it's time to replace the strings. And while I'm going to replace the strings, I'm also going to do a little investigating. I've gotten used to where the volume button is. That button, that volume control actually controls the neck pickup, and that one controls the bridge pickup. Tones for everything, and this I replaced with a chicken head knob. It had another knob just like this, but I like the idea of a chicken head knob. It looks closer to what Joe Trohman actually has on his real guitar. So just for the heck of it, I got one. They were cheap. But the only thing is forward position is that, back position is that. I'm seriously considering changing it so it's the other way around. Just so it's more. It's more intuitive. So anyway, first thing I need to do is take these strings off. Oh, by the way, these are the strings I'm going to be putting on. I have to try them out before they're expensive. So before I go buying a bunch of them, I want to make sure that these ones are all right. So I'm going to have to do the string winding the hard way. I went and left my drill at my son's place. So until I get that one back, I'm just going to have to do this the good old-fashioned way, slow with a string winder. Got one here somewhere. There it is. Just wind some of the tension off these strings. And because it's a through body I'll have to do it this way. So just removing strings. And you don't need to watch me do this beyond this, so we'll be back in a minute. Alright, I got most of them off. Just want to get the strings through the body. Just the one that broke. Come on, through there. Come on. Or is it? No, it isn't. Alright. Nice. There it is. Alright. Now, normally about this point in time, I'd probably start cleaning everything up, which I'm going to do before I go any further, but that's regular stuff. But before I actually tie this all back together again, I'm going to take the pickguard off, and I'm going to do a little investigating. I'd like to see how many wires there are to these pickups. I'm guessing you're only going to get 3, but if there's 4, then I probably at some point will get a set of push-pulls here and tap these. Coil tap them or whatever it does. This, I'd like to change it so back is back and the other way around, so I may have to resolder that, just swap everything over, but I got to see how that's set up too. So, I'm not going to have you stand there and watch me disconnect all this, so I'll be back. Alright, I have all the screws out, I think. We'll find out in a minute. And we'll see what happens. There we go. Alright, just take a look here. There's a bunch of different choices under there. Now, these pickups, well, let's see now. 2 wires to that. Looks like we got 2 wires. Not even that. Looks like 1 wire per. Let me just take one of these. That's not the one I want. Take the ring off. All right. Just take a quick look. Oh, these are really simple. There's like just the one wire. I don't know how that works. So take a quick look back here. Let's take the other one off too. Well, pause. Alright, now what I found was that wire from the center pickup was broken off. I had to figure out where it had to go, and I'm pretty sure I figured it out. So I had to resolder it all. To be honest, this is some of the worst soldering I've ever seen, but I'm not going to mess with it right now because I don't have all the tools I'd prefer to do it properly. So anyway, what I'll have to do now is, this is going to be probably more trouble than it's worth to change. I'm just looking at it. So I'm probably going to leave it and just get used to it. And anyway, we'll see if I've done that right. If not, then I'll find out pretty quick. So what I will do is I will try it out before I tidy everything up again. Just put it all in, set it in place, plug it in, and check that I've got what I need. Pretty sure that's the way it was. Okay. Let me get a cable and something plugged in, something to listen to. What have we got? We've got cables all over the place. What do I want to plug it into? Be right back. Alright, I got it all buttoned up again. Now, I may have done something wrong. There was a wire broken off in there. I put it into what I think it's supposed to be. I've double checked it against, through the amplifier. Pickups work where they're supposed to. In positions 2 and 4 it works fine, but in position 3 I'm not getting anything out of that pickup, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. In the meantime, it's fine. I almost never use anything other than the back pickup anyway, at least for now, for the stuff I'm doing. So what I need to do right now is do some cleanup. So I'm going to start cleaning this up a little bit first. The most usual stuff is I use use this stuff, Dunlop 65. It seems to work really nicely. What did I do with the rag I just had? I just buy a bag of rags. They're dirty old things. You can throw them in the wash, but they'll come out clean again. But what you need to do is just spray it on here. I don't really recommend you put it on the guitar itself. And it cleans up this stuff really nice. Nice thing about this is these finishes are pretty durable. They're I'm not quite sure what they are. They might even be polyurethane for all I know. Okay, it's clean on the top, and around the outside. Stays nice and shiny. I'm going to take the strap off here right now because I'm going to be doing something with it in a minute. Got the same basic body as the new American style, American Standard. I'm actually considering buying an American Standard Telecaster, and I may get one of these days, the real Fender, but for the time being, this, I'm quite very pleased with this. Okay. Excellent. This looks nice. Okay, that's the body cleaned off. Another thing I'll do is I'm going to clean the fingerboard. I've got several months of stuff on it. And not a lot of crud on there. Really what I should use is this. What did I do with it? There it is. Just one more time. Little brush. Nice and clean. One of the hazards of having cats is you tend to put a lot of cat hair. That looks a lot cleaner than it did. I just did another clean rag. Probably time to buy a new bag of rags. I get them down at Home Depot. F1 oil. Work it into the fretboard. Rub it in. Wipe it off. Ooh, some marks. Just marks. Okay. Cleaned up and ready for a new set of strings. Try these out. The Dario NYXLs. This piece. I'll cut paper, and that's about it. All right. I generally start with the bottom strings first. All right. Everything was pretty much all right, so brass ones, metal ones are always on the outside. High E, low E. So once over, then they're on in, I go under. One. Excess, but that's no big deal. Well, you got the basic idea. Don't need to watch all of this. Alright, we're all strung up here. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to check the tuning and intonation, because I may have actually ended up with a different intonation now. That's a different set of strings. These are 10s. I'm not sure, but I think they might have been 9s on here before. I kind of like 10s, just me. So let's see if we can get it just in range here. Oops. Yeah, there we go. It's a kill switch, by the way. Okay, roughed in the tuning. I don't need these anymore. Clip them off. Well, now I've got a rough tuning on here, let's do some stretching. I've got a string stretcher coming. Hopefully be here in a few days. These are supposed to stretch in very quickly and then hold their pitch very well. So I'm sure hoping that's true. Alright, quick check. Well, they've settled in rather quickly, so I'll probably have to play them a little bit and I'll do it, double check it, but to start with, that's not bad. So, restrung. I've investigated underneath the pickguard. I'm going to leave well enough alone. So the only other thing I've got left is I like a particular type of guard on here. So I've got a set of them right here. They're well, it's for your strap locks. What am I saying? Strap locks. That's the word. I buy them out of a site in China called IKN Music off eBay. Price is good, and to be honest, they're nicely made. I can't complain. I like the style, so see how it works. Anyway, I'll show you how I do that. I'll put one on anyway. I put them on my Les Paul because after I was warned that the damn things have a tendency of dropping or falling off the front strap hook, and to be honest, it happened to be about twice, and that was all I needed to do. I didn't want to have my very expensive guitar damaged. So what I'll do is I'll set these aside where I won't lose them, and I will have I'll have these on there, and I'll be feel a little more secure. It's really phooey. I feel a little more secure with a strap lock on here. I mean, this wasn't quite in the price league of my Les Paul, but you know what? These things are not cheap. You don't want to damage them. You don't want to have to repair them. Alright, that's going to have to be done someplace with a little more leverage. Do it this way. Oh, come on. Get in there. Honestly, I'd normally probably do this with a electric drill, but I left that at my son's place, so. There we go. Bottomed it out. That's all I need to do. Alright, strap locks are on. Now we just got to attach them to the straps. Very straightforward to take this nut off. Screw comes out of the end. This little plate comes off. This goes in the hole. There's a bit of a collar on it, so it'll fit in there snugly. There we go, just about. There we go. Goes over top, make sure it lines up with the collar underneath. And then line it in good and tight. It doesn't hurt even to grab a pair of pliers and just make sure, because they will come loose otherwise. Okay, there's one, and you don't need to watch me do the other one, or do you? I don't know if you saw that. I'll have to go back to the video. Alright. It's a knurled edge, so I really don't notice it. When you put it on, you just pull back on the little collar. There's a spring-loaded collar here. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. And when you pull back on that, put it over the lock, and there it is. Well, that should be it for now. That's a long enough video, so we'll see how that works now that I've got it back and functioning. And, well, we'll see what happens the next time. Talk to you later.